But again, if somebody wants just to buy one panel and one controller, and that's all.
That's it, yeah.
You're not going to kick them out. Their money's green.
Yeah, their money's green. Yeah, like I said, we'll help out anybody who comes through the door.
All right, excellent, excellent. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today I'm at Santan Solar in Gilbert, Arizona, which is part of the big Phoenix metro area. And I'm meeting Rusty.
Hey, Bob.
Hello, Rusty.
Yeah, welcome in again. Appreciate you.
Thank you. And you are a general manager here?
So I am a sales manager.
Sales manager.
At Santan Solar, yes.
Okay. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Santan Solar, they sell solar panels, solar components, as far as I know, the best price you can pay. I don't think you can beat their price. I haven't been able to beat it.
Sure.
Their prices are so good that we came down, a bunch of friends went together, and we bought a pallet of 25 used solar panels. We paid $44 each for 245 watt Trina, which is a good Chinese name, and it was a great, great deal. So I want you to get to meet Rusty and meet Santan Solar, so that if you're looking for solar panels, you can get a great, great, great deal, the best bang for your buck that you possibly can.
Yeah, our mission is to help everyone transition to solar energy. And so by doing that, we provide panels at a discounted rate, and we also offer inverters, batteries, really everything you would need for your solar system.
Right. I just, with all the new panels I bought, I'm going to set up a kind of a little homestead. And so everything I needed, you had. I'm walking out of here with everything I needed. So you can as well. So when people hear used panels, and is that predominantly what you sell, used panels? Yes,
it is, yeah. So primarily used panels. We get them from lots of different sources. Solar farms that are decommissioning, may have been lease takeoffs, things like that. And so we bring in the used panels, we inspect them, ensure that they are producing properly, and then we'll clean them up and send them back out the door.
This will be my second trip down here to Santan, and we've bought a bunch of solar panels. HOWA, Homes on Wheels Alliance, Santan once donated, I think it was 30 or 40 panels.
Right, I believe it was a couple pallets.
Yeah, and we distributed them to people, and we've never had a problem with not a single one of those. So
sure.
It's pretty safe buying a used panel.
Right, yeah, like I said, we put them through an inspection process, ensure that all the junction box, the wiring, everything's intact, and so we don't have any problems with the used panels.
One thing people can expect with a used panel is slightly reduced efficiency.
Right, yeah. With all panels, there is some degradation. So the typical rate's about 1% per year. So you may see some, well, you will see some degradation versus a new panel. But at that slow of a rate, there's really not much of a difference, to be honest.
And that's probably why a lot of people are turning them in. It's 15 years old. They've lost 15%. New panels are so cheap, they just take them off, put new ones on.
Right.
And we get a great deal on a good panel.
Right, yeah. And the great thing with panels, no moving parts within the panel, and nothing that will break down. And they're built to last a long time.
Yeah. Well, most of them come with a 25 or 30-year warranty.
Correct, yeah. A lot of the manufacturers offer 25-year production warranty, where they'll guarantee that they will still output 80% even after 20, 25 years.
But you don't just sell used panels, you sell new panels as well.
Right, we do, yeah. So we get a lot of new panels in as well. Majority of them from overstock situations, maybe accident claims, things like that. A lot of situations, they'll still carry the manufacturer warranty. They may not, but we do offer a standard 1-year warranty on all the panels that we sell.
That everything goes out the door.
Yeah.
You also get quite a few blemished new panels?
Yeah, so specifically new panels, is that right? Sure, yeah, they may be some scratch and dent type panel situation. But again, we'll inspect them when they come in, make sure they're intact and in good working order. You
can get a new panel here and it'll be a fantastic price. Maybe blemished, some minor problem. So you can really, rest assured you're coming in here and buying quality product. Now there's some terminology for the used panels that probably confuses some of the audience. Snail trails would probably the first one. I looked at that the first time and thought, snail trails?
Right.
So what is a snail trail?
Yeah, so kind of an odd term, but it does refer to a blemish on the panel. So It's something that develops on the cell, so it's beneath the glass on the cell of the panel, and really what it is it's cosmetic blemish. And so when we test those panels, the output hasn't really been affected by that Snell trail. It's something that may develop slowly over time. But like I said, in our testing with them, in our years of selling those panels, we haven't seen a big drop off in the production.
Right. So that is a weird name, but not something to be terribly afraid of.
Sure. Right. Exactly.
And what are some of the other names that might be on the website that they're not familiar with?
So yeah, so we do have some other used panels that may be more blemished. So for example, we have some that may have some cracked vinyl on the back sheet, and so each panel will have a back sheet covering on there, and so some of those have developed cracking in that. And so what that is just that exterior barrier has developed some cracking. The moisture barrier still intact underneath that, and so the panel's not compromised. It's still intact. Long term, it may affect the lifespan of the panel a bit, but in our testing and inspection, the panel is still fully functional and in good working condition.
Now, something my listeners should know is shipping is expensive on these panels.
Sure.
And that's why we came down and picked it up.
Sure.
Because we were in the area, we came down. And in the winter, a lot of us are in the area, and you can come over to Phoenix and get them. So if someone wants to ship a panel,
yeah.
How does that work?
Sure. So we do shipping all over the continental U.S. And so with that, we do limit it to a minimum of 10 panels. And that way, we've just experienced a lot of issues with any orders that are less than that, with damage in transit. And so just to ensure that the panels get there safely, we do have a 10 panel minimum for shipping. We do insure all our shipments though. So in the event there is damage, it will be fully covered. We do have a great shipping method to where we've reduced the likelihood of that happening. And so we have a good method of preparing the panels and making sure they're going to arrive safely.
And I know that most of these are very large panels, and so they can't go UPS, FedEx, a standard shipper?
Right, yeah. Most of these, nearly all the panels that we have are fairly large, so they will ship freight on a pallet, and so not able to go your standard FedEx or UPS parcel just because of the size. And a lot of times, they may take a single panel or a couple panels at a time, but they'll factor in dimensional weight, which makes the cost almost as much, if not more, than a freight shipment.
So if someone's in the area, they're going to save an awful lot of money just by coming down and picking it up.
Sure,
and
absolutely.
You welcome that.
And we welcome it, yeah. We have a showroom here in our Gilbert location. We welcome any and all to come in, whether you're looking for 1 panel, 100 panels. We'll help anybody that comes through the door. Like Bob mentioned, we do have a lot of other accessories, even something as small as a fuse, cabling. We have it all here to help fill whatever needs you have.
Right. So it really is a one-stop shop at the very best possible prices. If you're able to install it yourself, you're going to get a system as cheaply as it can be bought, as far as I know.
And then you mentioned, Bob, a lot of times in the winter you're over at Quartzsite.
Right.
We're a couple-hour drive east from Quartzsite, so not too bad.
So you mentioned that Santan has a warranty itself for every panel sold. What's that warranty?
Right. So we do offer a 1-year warranty standard for all panels. And so that covers a production and then just general workmanship of the panel. On top of that, we do offer an extended 5-year warranty. And so the cost on that is just 10% of the purchase price.
When we bought our panels, we went ahead and purchased that. To give you an idea of how cheap it was, we bought a pallet of 25. 3 of us went together and bought a pallet of 25. And so it worked out to be $900 for the full pallet, and it was $44 each for 245 watt Trina panels. Fantastic deal. I've owned Trina panels I bought new in the past, and it was a great panel. So just because it comes from China doesn't mean it's not going to be any good.
Yeah, like you said, I think, Bob, your initial purchase was 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Of those panels.
Yeah.
And during that time, we've sold hundreds of thousands of panels.
Yeah.
And like Bob said, Trina, we have a great track record with them. And so that's what you can expect from any panel from Santan.
So if they want to learn more about Santan Solar and the amazing products you have and prices,
Sure.
how would they do that?
Sure. Well, obviously we have our website. It's just santansolar.com. On there we have all of our product available to purchase. We also have a lot of learning material on the website, whether it be blogs, videos. And so if there's something where you have questions on, something simple as hooking up a panel, testing a panel, things like that, we have tutorials on the website that'll help you do that.
Right.
We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We have sales reps that will handle your call directly, so you're not going to be calling in, getting some machine. We have reps that are here ready to help at all times.
And knowledgeable.
Sure, yeah. And so if it's something where you're unsure about, the size of your system, what you'll be able to run with the amount of panels you're looking to get, our reps, and we also have technical assistants that will help you and help answer any questions that you have in that regard.
I'm going to build a fairly high-end 48-volt system, and I was just going to mail order the controller, inverter, and battery. But then I found out you guys sold it. The brand name is EG4.
Right.
And talking to the rep, I asked him if you guys would handle if I had a problem with it, if I needed warranty work.
Sure.
And he said, well, how would you handle a warranty problem with, say, an EG4?
Sure. Yeah. Since we are a direct distributor of EG4, then any of the warranty issues, things like that, would be handled directly through us. And so we would bring in the product, inspect it. If it needed to be replaced, things like that, then we would take care of that on our end with EG4, and everything would be handled through us directly.
Right. And so that was compelling for me. I went ahead and bought the EG4 here. That's a brand name of 48-volt systems because I want that. I don't want to have to call some company, go through a long line, and then be transferred all around. I didn't want that. But walk in here, talk to a human being, say, bring it in, let's take care of this.
Yeah, and we'll even hook it up right in front of you, kind of troubleshoot with our tech, Dave. He's great here, very helpful. And so, yeah, we try to make it as easy as possible. And simple as possible.
And does that kind of a deal go for other brand names? EG4 is kind of a high-end brand name.
Sure. So yeah, EG4, very well-known brand right now. For a lot of the other components, it goes the same. So we sell Victron, CheapRVliving controllers, a lot of different things. And so usually within the first year on a lot of those components, we'll handle directly, so that you're not having to contact the manufacturer and track them down, things like that.
To me, that's a compelling reason to buy from you, just right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
My components. And your prices will probably be as good as they can be bought anywhere.
Right. So. Yeah. We try to stay competitive on all fronts. Obviously with the panels, we're able to beat just about any price out there. Yeah. And then with the other components, we do our best to keep the cost down as well.
Right. But again, if somebody wants just to buy one panel and one controller, and that's all.
That's it, yeah.
You're not going to kick them out. Their money's green.
Yeah, their money's green. Like I said, we'll help out anybody who comes through the door.
All right. Excellent. Well, Rusty, thank you so much for sharing your experience here. I think
absolutely.
There are so many in my audience that are going to be helped by this. I
agree.
They think solar is unaffordable, and it certainly can be.
It can be,
but it can be much less than they think.
Sure, and I think we have, dozens, if not hundreds of examples just from your channel that have come through the door that we've helped over the years. And so, it's possible. It's doable for everybody.
It is. So when I think of you, Santan Solar, I think of big panels, 200, 300, 400 watts.
Sure.
What size of panels do you carry?
Yeah, well, we have a wide variety. If we're talking about wattage specifically, like you said, about 200 watts on up to 500. I think the largest right now that we have is 540 watts. Wow. So very large panel. Yeah, over about 90 inches long. But like I said, we have a wide variety of panels. We are looking to source smaller panels as well, ones that may fit better with an RV and things like that. We have a lot of different things come through the door. And so we typically have something for everyone.
So we've walked around now and we've seen How many solar panels do you think you have? 100,000?
Probably not quite that many, but
lot.
a lot. We've got a lot, and so these are panels that normally would just go to the landfill, and so we have a big recycling operation to where we try to reuse and resell anything that we can. Anything that's damaged beyond repair, we see if it's broken glass, we'll actually send that to a glass recycler, and so we're really conscious of that and trying to fix that issue as we go along as well.
This is the ultimate recycle reuse.
Right, for sure. Yep.
Yeah. Folks, I want you to be encouraged that you can get into solar at a price that hopefully you can afford. So Rusty, thanks so much for sharing your time here and your great work. Folks, if you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.